छविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Today is the auspicious Tithi of Vijaya Ekadashi. I wish all of you a very, very blessed and Krishna conscious Ekadashi. And all of you also, please bless me. So, we were reading this paragraph. Srila Rupa Goswami has recommended that one should live in the association of those who are of the same mentality. Therefore, it is necessary to form some association for Krishna consciousness and live together for the cultivation of knowledge of Krishna and devotional service. So, we must have association. We should not be aloof. We should not stay by ourselves without any association also, because that is again dangerous. Then the case history of Bharat Maharaj is there, that when he wanted to live alone and do his bhajan, what happened? He fell down. He fell down from the path of Krishna consciousness. So therefore, we must have association. And what kind of association? Srila Rupa Goswami is recommending same mentality. So like-minded association. Association or devotees who have the same goal or um, same goal as we do. So like-minded. They should be advanced. They should be serious in their Krishna consciousness, and we should seek such association. And in their association, we should discuss, we should understand the knowledge of Krishna and how to do devotional service, how to perform devotional services. So this is what we should exchange. The most important item for living in that association, living in the association of devotees, is the mutual understanding of the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. The most important item, that is the most important point or the essence for living in the association of devotees, like-minded devotees, is mutual understanding of the Bhagavad Gita. So discussing, studying scrutinizingly the Bhagavad Gita, not with our own interpretations, but as per the exactly how Arjun understood from the Supreme Lord himself directly, and our acharyas, the bona fide acharyas, and Srila Prabhupada have given us the exact purports in the right mood, not some personal interpretations. So studying them scrutinizingly, and then studying Srimad Bhagavatam also scrutinizingly. That is the most important essence of living in the like-minded devotee association. And the purpose is not that we discuss about our friends, our childhood, our family, and our other people, other relatives. That is not the purpose. Two people may be doing devotional practice. Okay, two people may be devotees. They may have taken initiation. They may be in the path of Krishna consciousness. But if the discussion amongst them is not pertaining to understanding Bhagavad Gita and understanding Srimad Bhagavatam, if it is anything else, anything to do with mundane discussions, then that is not devotee association. When faith and devotion are developed, they become transformed into the worship of the deity. Then they become transformed into the chanting of the holy names, and they become transformed into living in a holy place like Mathura and Vrindavan. The last 5 items mentioned after the first 39 are very, very important. That is Sadhu Sangha, um, Sadhu Sangha, um, Naam Kirtan, then Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura Vasa Shri Murtira Shraddhaye Sevan. These 5 items are very important and essential. So, first is Sadhu Sangha, taking the association of sadhus or advanced devotees. Then, sadhu means one who is completely following or completely leading their life in the footsteps of the previous acharyas and as per the principles or instructions given in the shastras. That is a sadhu whose acharan, whose daily activities are completely based on the principles of the shastras and who are following the footsteps of other previous great acharyas. So that is a sadhu. So sadhu sangha. Then kirtan, naam kirtan, so chanting our daily japa, 16 rounds, and also doing sankirtan in the association of devotees. So Nam Sankirtan. Then um, um, what is Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan? Shraddha, no, Bhagavat Shravan. So discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, discussing Bhagavad Gita uh, amidst the association of advanced devotees, serious devotees, sincere devotees. And Mathura Vas and Srimurti Shraddhaye Sevan. Mathura Vas means living in the holy places, and Sri Murti Shraddhaye Sevan, that is lovingly and with devotion serving the deities of the Lord. These are the very important and essential items or points. If one can simply discharge these 5 items, he can be elevated to the highest perfectional stage. Also, we should also keep this in mind that wherever there is Vrinde Devi, Tulsi Maharani, that is as good as Vrindavan. When somebody is serving Vrinde Devi very nicely, doing parikrama, offering arati, doing puja, offering obeisances to Vrinde Devi, offering water to Tulsi Devi, Tulsi Maharani, that is as good as living in Vrindavan because Vrinde Devi is Vrindavan. So, if physically we are not able to live in Vrindavan, in our mind, in our heart, in our consciousness, we should always, always reside in Vrindavan. We should never step even one step out of Vrindavan at any moment. So we can sometimes remember the various pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. Sometimes we can when we are cooking we can think that we are in Yashoda Maiya's kitchen because Yashoda Maiya is cooking for Krishna. And Yashoda Maiya has called Srimati Radharani because she heard that whoever eats the food cooked by Srimati Radharani, they will not have any diseases and they will have a very long life. Therefore, Yashoda Maya thought, okay, let me invite Radharani to cook for my Kanha. And therefore, Srimati Radharani is cooking for Krishna in Yashoda Bhavan, Nanda Bhavan. So we should think like that, that when we are cooking, we are just servants of servants of servants of Yashoda Maiya, of Srimati Radharani. Actually, they are the ones who are cooking. We are just serving. So in that mood, we can cook. So every moment, if we think like this, when we are serving the deities, we are present in Vrindavan. Whenever we see a river or a pond, we should think this is Yamuna. So like that, this is Mother Ganga, this is Mother Yamuna. So like that, we can always in our consciousness live in the holy dham in Vrindavan. So these are the very important points. And such a person who is simply discharging these 5 items sincerely, he or she, the devotee, can be elevated to the highest perfectional stage even if he does not execute them perfectly. Haribol. So just imagine what Prabhupada is saying, what Mahaprabhu is saying. If somebody is simply discharging these 5 items, what are the 5 items? First is sadhu sangha. Second is Nam Kirtan, Nam Sankirtan. So doing our japa, our personal japa nicely, and doing Sankirtan. Third is Bhagavat Shravan. So what we are doing right now is also Bhagavat Shravan. Bhagavat is not just Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat is also Bhagavatam. They are also the life and the mind of the Supreme Lord. So we are already, this is studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Then the fourth point is Mathura Vas, so living in the holy dham of Vrindavan or Navadvip Dham. Navadvip is not different from Vrindavan Dham, and living in Vrindavan Dham means even if somebody is not physically present, but their consciousness is in Vrindavan, they are serving Srimati Tulsi Devi very, very nicely with love, praying to Tulsi Maharani for pure devotional service with the Tulsi Arati every day. Such a person is already living in Vrindavan, Vrindavan Vas, Dham Vas. And the fifth is Shri Murti. So the deities, Shri Murti, Shraddhaye Sevan. Shraddha means with love and devotion, with faith, with intense love. When somebody is serving the deities, serving the deities means we are offering tulsi leaf, we are offering flowers, we are offering dhoop, incense stick, we are offering we say ghee lamp. So offering ghee lamp to the deities and then offering bhoga. This is how you serve the deities, dressing the deities very nicely. Sometimes if we have time, then we can make garlands for the deities. Okay, if we don't know to make garlands, no problem, we can cook for the deities. So many things, there are so many ways. Dressing the deities nicely, buying nice clothes, nice dresses for the deities, nice ornaments for the deities, instead of decorating ourselves, instead of spending money for ourselves. When we when we not divert, but when we actually what is that word, um navigate or direct our expenses or our interest towards serving the deities or towards devotional services, then everything becomes perfect. And anybody who is discharging these five items, even if they are not executing them perfectly, they can be elevated to the highest perfectional stage, that is Krishna Prem. One may be able to perform one item or many items according to one's capacity, but it is the principal factor of complete attachment to devotional service that makes one advance on the path. One may be doing one of the items. Maybe somebody is just able to chant, but they're chanting with complete faith and love. The attachment is, I want to do more devotional service. I want to serve you, Krishna. I want Krishna Prem. Maybe they are not able to do the other things. Maybe somebody is just coming into the path and they are trying to take Krishna Prasadam, or they are trying to serve Tulsi Maharani very nicely. So somebody may be performing only one of these items or many of these items, but according to one's capacity. But the principal factor is complete attachment to devotional service, not some ulterior motive. I am doing this because I will get this result. That is ulterior motive. No result. The result may be good, the result may be bad, but we should not think that, okay, I'm doing this devotional service. Why is this happening to me? It is Krishna's plan. Krishna is always protecting the devotee, and whatever happens with the devotee is Krishna's plan. We have to take care of ourselves, we have to do whatever is required, but we should always be surrendered at the lotus feet of Krishna, knowing that it is Krishna's plan. Krishna is in charge of everything. Nobody can enter into the arena where Krishna has taken charge, because Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So complete attachment to devotional service, that is the most important principal factor, and that is what makes one advance on the path of Krishna consciousness, on the path of devotional service. Some devotees in history like Maharaj Ambarish attained perfection in devotional service by executing all the items of devotional service. So Maharaj Ambarish is an example of perfection in devotional service by executing all the limbs of devotional service, while many others attained perfection by discharging the duties of only one item. Parikshit Maharaj, Shravana, he heard Srimad Bhagavatam in the last 7 days with rapt attention, scrutinizingly studying and understanding, and he attained perfection. So, like that. Prahlad Maharaj's Vandanam through his prayers, complete dependence on the Supreme Lord. So, like that, different devotees have taken up different limbs of devotional service. Some may have taken up only one limb of devotional service. Some may have performed all the limbs perfectly. So, while others attained perfection by discharging duties of only one item. Some of them are Maharaj Parikshit, who was liberated and fully perfected simply by hearing. Shukdev Goswami, who became liberated and attained perfection in devotional service simply by chanting. Prahlad Maharaj attained perfection by remembering. Okay, I said Vandanam, this is Maranam. Prahlad Maharaj by remembering. Lakshmi ji, who attained perfection by Pad Sevanam, by serving the lotus feet of the Lord. King Prithu, who attained perfection simply by worshipping. Archa Vigraha, Archanam, so simply by worshipping. Akrurji, who attained perfection simply by praying. Yes, Vandanam. Akrurji is the Shiromani in Vandanam, praying. Hanumanji, who attained perfection simply by becoming the servant of Lord Ram. This is Dasyam. Arjun, who attained perfection simply by being a friend of Krishna, Sakhyam. And Bali Maharaj, who attained perfection simply by offering whatever he had in his possession, Atma Nivedanam. So, Krishna willing, we'll continue reading tomorrow. We'll pause here for today. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for your kind association. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि.
हरी हरी बोल श्यामा माता
Please
जी की
unmute and
जय हरी बोल
हरी हरी बोल.
give
हरि हरि बोल.